Up camp, a phrase commonly heard if you're from Western Pennsylvania. It refers to a physical place, but also a state of mind. It's the deer camp, the fishing hole, a cabin, or a getaway you always go up to, despite its geographical location. I spent most of my adult life inside comedy clubs, but some of my best memories were made outside, hunting and fishing the surrounding properties of my grandparents' single-wide paradise. So sit back and maybe have a few laughs at my successes and failures as I look to reconnect with a simpler time. I'm Collin Chamberlin, and I'm headed up camp. What's up, folks? It's Collin Chamberlin. Welcome back to another episode of Up Camp. We're out in the woods today, and we got no gun, we got no bow, we got no shotgun. We're not going fishing. We're doing a little different type of outdoor activity today. Today, we're going to spend a little bit of time in the woods. We're going to be doing some scouting for next season and for late season if we get a chance to go out. We're also going to just be looking for some sheds. Thanks for watching this episode of Up Camp. A little bit different episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a like, give it a comment, and make sure you're following us on Instagram. All right, let's get into it. Right now, as I'm filming, it's New Year's Eve, which means we've just gone through Christmas. We've had Thanksgiving in November, Christmas in December, and right now we're in that 2-week period or whatever it is, 10-day period between Christmas and New Year's, which is really the bewitching hour, when it comes to snacking. This is the time of year where you go, I'll just start my day with 4 cutout cookies and some leftover charcuterie and a piece of ham and a ribeye. And also, why not? It's the holidays. I'll have 2 beers with breakfast and a shot of Jameson for dessert. I think I've put on about 377 pounds in the last 7 days. I don't know what the average per day is, but it's not good. It's not good. Look at this here. All this, this is all bed. This is all bedded down here. Yeah, look at all this thick stuff. Look at all this thick stuff. All this thick stuff here. You can see they're bedded. They're definitely bedding down in here. Something is. This is the time of year when, everybody's starting to make their resolutions. They're talking about what they're going to do better for next year. And my advice to you as far as a resolution goes, go super vague, okay? Don't get specific. I want to save this amount of money. I want to lose this amount of weight. I want to visit this place. Have your resolution be like, I would like to survive until August. Okay, just like I wanna live. I would like to walk, not walk more, not walk a certain amount of steps. I would just like to walk. I'd like to read. Don't set a limit on books. Don't say I want to read 12 books or 10 books or a dozen, whatever it is. Just say I want to read. You can just read the back of a cereal box if that helps you. So that would be my advice on resolutions. Oh, Jesus. I'm very pleased. There's a lot of tracks running through here. So you can see where when there's no snow, see how this is lifted up here? All this here. Moving through there. If I had to guess, that's deer. Technically it could be a dog or whatever, but this is thick enough or deep enough off the trail where I don't think that's a dog. It's hard to really see. Yeah, I mean, you can see how, yeah, it's a good area. There is a significant amount of tape around here on different trees. So I'm sure I'm not the first person to find this area. But that's sort of the joys and struggles of hunting public land. You're rarely the first person to find something. And you're definitely not going to be the last. Right here. You know what that is? Somebody had a game camera there. Somebody had trail cams here. It does make you a little anxious, queasy, for me at least, to see all this sign and then clearly see sign that other people have been in here, scouted this area. There's trees are marked with tape. Just saw that cable log. Clearly, someone had a trail camera out here. But that's public land. You just gotta hope that the day you show up to the spot is the same day. They got diarrhea. And they're staying home. Hopefully the night before they went out to the new Mexican restaurant with a bad Board of Health rating. Nothing will make you realize how out of shape you are, like coming into the woods that time between Christmas and New Year's, literally the day before, turning over a new leaf, a new year. I have ate and drank my body's weight in light beer, which if you have 12 of them, they're really not that light, and cookies and processed meats. And now I'm walking around, and I know going into next year, I go, you are out of shape. You are out of shape. Get yourself on an elliptical. Get yourself on a treadmill, for God's sake. You cannot spend your whole life like a fat king in Game of Thrones of just eating and drinking and then laying on your back. All the holidays are is eating, drinking, lay down, farting. Wake back up, eat, drink, lay down, fart. And you repeat that cycle for about 3 weeks. And then at the end, on January 1st, you go, I should probably find a Stairmaster. So if you could see here, compared to the surrounding areas, this area is scraped over a little bit. What is that? Well, could be a deer, could be a turkey scraping at the ground, could be a dog that ran through here, you don't know. But it is just something when you see, you're sort of, oh, that sticks out. I realize when this comes out, this might not be that timely, but it is on my mind. As somebody who's just eaten a lot of holiday cookies and has experience doing that for the last several years as a fat man, I gotta say, we have to simplify the holiday cookie tray, the Christmas cookie tray. It should be sugar cookies, cut out cookies in the shapes of trees, snowflakes, things like that with the icing, the buttercream frosting. That stays on the tray. Chocolate chips, that's a must. The peanut butter with the Hershey's Kiss thing, put that on there. That's a keeper. The Buckeye peanut butter ball, chocolate wrapped around. I don't know if that's regional. That gets on there. I think maybe you allot yourself like one cookie with like jam in the middle. You don't want to overdo that. And then some sort of nut roll or something like that to sort of cleanse the palate. But we got to stop with this thing of like, we're going to dip everything in chocolate. We do not need to dip bacon in chocolate. We do not need to dip potato chips in chocolate. We have to have some sort of civility to keep us from the animals. The other thing, stop with the coconut. I'm so sick of seeing these cookie trays. You walk in, that's been picked over. The party starts at 8. You get there at 9:30. You look at the cookie tray. What's left? All coconut. Nobody likes coconut. There's always one person at the party that goes, I'm a coconut lover. I love anything coconut. Great. Take your coconut cookies in your off hours, not on my time. Eat them in the privacy of your own home. Eat them where no one can see you. Most people do not like coconut. This thing of these sort of chewy, nougaty coconut cookies, nobody wants that. Make more chocolate chips. Make more cutout cookies. Make more Buckeyes, okay? Snickerdoodle, that can stay on there. Crowd pleasers. We're talking about crowd pleasers. Don't go against the grain with your holiday cookies. Stick to the hits. That's why they're the classics. And nothing worse than walking up to what you think a chocolate chip cookie is and someone going, it's oatmeal raisin. Excuse me? Oatmeal raisin? It's Christmas. I didn't come here to do CrossFit. Leave your oatmeals and your raisins at home. I want chocolate chips. I want chocolate and peanut butter. That's what I want. I want icing. I do not want a granola power ball on my cookie tray. And by the way, let me just tell you something. Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, if you're going to a party, that is not the time to experiment with a new recipe. Do not come in with some sort of vegan buffalo chicken dip made with shiitake mushrooms that everyone has to try. Don't do that to me. Don't ruin my holiday. If you're responsible for making buffalo chicken dip, you get the canned chicken, you get the Frank's Red Hot, you get the cream cheese, you get the ranch or the blue cheese, you mix it up, you put it in. That's the dip. Don't come in with some BuzzFeed or Eater article that you got a recipe off of. People have a real hard time accepting the classics for being classics. I don't know why. When I'm looking down this path here, might be hard to see with the lighting, but you have the main road over there, sort of the logging road, whatever it is. You have thick stuff and trees. Then you have this other sort of clear-cut area that's starting to have some of this viney thorn stuff that comes up after you cut the area. To me, what this is, it's access from cover to cover. So cover, this is the path of least resistance to those different types of cover. It's usually a good place to look for sign, tracks, droppings, feathers, rubs, whatever. Look in the places where an animal can get from cover to cover as quickly and easily as possible. This is why you take some time and you come out into the woods and you have a walk and you look around. This is why you do it. Look at that. You're going to tell me that that is not a rub that has been worked on for a while. All in here in this thick stuff. All these little game trails. We got tracks going in and out. This is why you do it. This is why you come out and you look around. I'm telling you. Anytime you're on public land and you find what seems to be like this little spot of activity and you go, wow, I found this. It was brilliant. Look about 10 yards in every direction and you'll see some sort of flagging tape that lets you know that somebody else has been there. All right, gang, we're making our way out of the woods. Thank you for watching this episode of Up Camp. I appreciate it. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you don't mind, give us a follow on Instagram. And we're on Facebook too. If you have an aunt that's in their 50s or 60s that would like to follow us. Again, thank you for watching. As I always say, if you don't like this show, send it to your enemy. Find somebody in your life that you despise. Go, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. I thought you might like this. And know in your heart that you have wasted 15 to 20 minutes of their day. And what's better than that? Thank you for watching. And see you all back up camp soon.